were seeing, so second anuscheda, tasya paramapurushasya visarganidanattumapi pratipadayitum aha sarthena. Yasyambhasi shayanasya yoganidram vitanvataha नाभिहृदाम्बुजाद आसीत् ब्रह्म विश्वसृजाम्पतिः यस्यावयव संस्थानैः कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः. So now what we are going to do, so we are trying to understand the, so Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So these three things are mentioned in the second chapter of the first canto. But what are these? What is Brahman? What is Paramatma? What is Bhagavan is not explained. Is not explained in this, in that same chapter, second chapter. So to explain that, so Sruta Goswami is starting the third chapter. In the third chapter, so he first Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam, he explained the Supreme Lord is accepting the Purusha Rupa. What is that Purusha Rupa? That Purusha Rupa is the, so Karnano Sai Vishnu are the Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu form he is accepting, and that Mahavishnu is composed of, he is with the what? He is with the Maya. That means Mahadadibhi. He is Mahadadibhi Sambhutam. So his body. That means Mahat Adibhi means Prakriti. Prakriti is also inside to him. And that kind of Purusha Avatara he took. And that Purusha Avatara is Shodasha Kalam. Shodasha Kalam means what we discussed. That means what is the meaning of Shodasha Kalam? Purnam. So that means this Karnano Sai Vishnu is completely competent to do the creation. And that's why he is known as Shodasha Kalam. So moon is also Shodasha Kala. How many kalas are there in a full moon? 16. That means from the Pratipada you can count to the, so from Amavasya to the Purnima you count it. How many days you will get? 6. 0 to full. 0 to full you will be getting the 16. Amavasya is a 0 and Purnima is a full. In between total 14 are there. Pratipada to the Chaturdashi. So Chaturdashi. So that means total 14 plus 2, total 16. Okay. These are the 16 kalas. So that means 16th is the full moon. So that means full, if you can say full word in the another way is Shodasha Kala means full. Purna. And that Bhagavan, so that's why Purusha is known as Paramatma, Paramatma, because he is competent enough to create, because he is fully equipped with all the kinds of the energies to create universes. That's why he is known as Paramatma, Supreme Atma. And after that, from him, there is one more Purusha is coming. And who is that? Yasya Ambhasi Shayanasya Yoga Nidram Vitanvataha Nabhi Hradambujad Asit Brahma. So Brahmaji is coming from whose lotus novel? So from whose lotus novel Brahmaji is coming? Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That means second sloka of this chapter is telling about the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And so that's why that Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and Karnano Sai Vishnu, what is the relation? So relation is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is the Amsha of the Karnano Sai Mahavishnu. So that is the point. And he, from his lotus novel, Brahmaji is coming. And also based upon the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu's body configuration, so Virat Purusha is created. The limbs of the Virat Purusha are created. Asya avayava samsthanaihi. So then that means Loka is created. That means material world is created in the form of Virat Rupa, and Virat Rupa's configuration is the configuration of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Okay, this much we done. Shodasha. Shodasha means 16. Kala means the, yeah. Yeah. Amavasya to the Purnima. Amavasya to the Purnima. Shodasha Kala means 16 kalas. So that is the, yes. Prapancha Kalpita. Yatha tad avayava sanniveshaha tathaiva पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलम् इत्यादिना नवीनोपासकान् प्रति मनः स्थैर्याय प्रख्यापितः न तु वस्तुतः तदेव यस्य रूपम् इत्यर्थः. So now Jiva Goswami is mentioning anyway. So this material world is created in the form of, that's 14 planets are, yes, are situated in the Virat Rupa. That Virat, same thing actually. Even in the second canto also, this Virat, in Bhakti Sandarbha, in the Krishna Sandarbha, in the second canto, completely in Tattva Sandarbha, bombarding for last 2 months. I am meditating on the Virat Purusha and Paramatma. My God. Many thousands of times I am speaking this. This is Brahmanda, okay? One anda. Like this, millions are there. Half filled in this. So, Lord is appearing here. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Actually, his size is beyond the size of the Brahmanda, actually. Vinirbhidya. So, you'll be seeing in the second canto, is beyond to this Brahmanda is expanding actually. And from his lotus, this is the hands actually, this is the navel. From his navel, so Prabhu pen, बोलिए उनको क्या क्या रखना है बाबा, इसको इंक भरने के लिए ट्रेनिंग दीजिए उनको. ये भी हो गए, ये भी फिनिश हो गए. So from this, so stem is coming, lotus flower, and this lotus flower, okay, in the stem order there, this planets are there, various planets. So here Brahmaji is sitting in this topmost planet, and this shape is, the total shape is the in the Virat. So what is the use of this Virat Rupa for the sadhakas? Virat Rupa?
For purification.
For the purification of the heart. We are recently studied in the Bhakti Sandarbha. Virat Rupa, that's why Mata is saying. Virat Rupa will purify the heart. How it will purify?
To purify the heart, because meditator, yogi, he will meditate on the planets, and this which is related to Lord, which is non-different from Lord. So that will sense it purify.
How Virat Rupa, meditating on the Virat Rupa, how it can purify the heart? What is the connection between the Virat Rupa and this heart? Is there any connection? What is that?
Whatever we see in this material world, everything is connected with the Virat Rupa only.
Yes.
So by connecting with the Virat Rupa, one can be free from this all contamination. You know, he said he doesn't have any connection. It's all.
Yeah. Example. Yeah, we can take example. Now two people are there. So one is seeing this someone's quality. That means he is a best mridanga player. X person is best mridanga player. and seeing that person, another person is feeling jealous actually. The skill of the mridanga, playing of the mridanga is a one skill that is also coming from the, so that is also product of this, is a product of the mind actually. It is a, so it's the skill is also part of this material creation. And when one or otherwise one is getting the some big wealth, he got the some 10 houses, so 10 buildings, he got that much wealth, and another person is a poor man, and by seeing that person who is having 10 buildings, poor man may get the enviousness, so jealous. So but when this, that means his heart is now is because of with the enviousness. Now when he see this whole building is also is the part of this virat, and that virat is also appearing from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, then what will happen? So okay, this is not belong to, these buildings are not belong to this person, of course it is the part of the virat, and that's why there is no competition actually, no asuya. So like this their heart is purified. So that means whatever we are thinking, we are, I want to enjoy this fruit, you may get, but when you understand this fruit is part of the virat and this body is also part of the virat and I am separate from this, and that will purify the heart. So that means by meditating on the, so on the virat, so you will connect everything with the virat, and all the whatever the material contamination is there, so that will go away, since in this way by meditating on the virat, by connecting everything with the Lord's material form, that is, so in that way the material contamination will go out. So that's why neophyte yogi, what he should do, padamulametasya, पादमूलमेतस्य हि पादमूल इत्यादिना नवीनोपासकान्, who for whom Virat Rupa meditation is recommended, for the recent yogis who are, so that means they did successfully yama niyama pranayama ayana niyama asan pranayam pratyahar successfully, but in the sixth stage they are stuck actually in the dharana stage. Whoever is stuck in the dharana stage, so for them, that means dharana means what, focusing on the focused mind is necessary. Their mind should be pure, their heart should be pure. To fix your mind on any one object, that means especially to fix his mind on the antaryami, that means the kshirodaka sai Vishnu in the heart. So what is needed? Purified mind is needed. That means in the dharana stage, what you will be doing? You will be trying to fix your mind on the dharana. So yogi is trying to fix his mind on the Supreme Lord who is in the heart. So but since heart is not purified, so that's why he is not able to fix. So then what he should do? This yogi should worship Virat. That's the thing. Then once after worshipping the Virat, his heart is purified, and he will once again able to fix his mind on the Paramatma. Then after that he enter into the next stage, dhyana. Then from the dhyana to the samadhi, samadhi to the, then he will leave the body. So for living also two types, sadhya mukti, krama mukti, and that is everyone knows this. So like this he will be getting the liberation. So now the point is what? Virat Rupa, what is the use of the Virat Rupa? Virat Rupa's use is for especial sadhakas. In the case of, with respect to sadhakas, what is the use of the Virat Rupa? It is only for the, meant for the purpose of purifying the heart in the case of neophyte devotees. That means, see, Navinopasakan prati manastairyaya prakhyapitaha. This Virat Rupa is recommended for the recent yogis, new yogis, for the stability of their mind. Natu vastutah tadeva yasya rupam ityardaha. But actual Virat Rupa is not permanent Rupa. Why? Because even in the first canto, the second canto, first chapter at the ending, so these Navina Upasakas, the neophyte devotees, yogis, they should worship on the Virat, and then after that, what is said? They should ultimately focus on whom? They should focus on the Antaryami of the Virat Rupa, that is Karbodaka Sai Vishnu. So sarvadhi vritti anubhuta sarvaha. That is a sloka. So second canto, first chapter, 39 sloka. So sarvadhi vritti anubhuta sarvaha. That is saying that so tam satyam anandanidhim abhajet. So this satyam anandanidhim, who is that? That is a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That means what? If Virat Rupa is a transcendental Rupa, then why he will be asked? Yogi is asked to leave that and worship on the or meditate on the Garbhodaka. That means this is proving that Virat Rupa is material and that much only is the purpose. Vastuta, that is not transcendental form. Okay? Yadva चंद्रमा मनसो जातः इत्यारभ्य पद्भ्यां श्रोत्रात् तथा लोकान् अकल्पयत् इति श्रुतेः तैः हेतुभूतैः लोकविस्तरः रचित इत्यर्थः. So how the material universe is expanded is explained here. It is a Rigveda Samhita, actually a Ruk. So we don't know these full slokas, full mantras are not there. So from the Ruk also you'll be seeing how the loka is expanded is said. So from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu's body only this Virat Rupa is coming. How they are coming and what that procedure is given. So go to the next Anusheda. In the Rigveda it is given, but mantras are not there here. Next, what is the starting of next Anusheda, Prabhu? Huh? Tathacha Bharate. That only? Tathacha Bharate Mokshadharme Narayaniye Garbhodake Shayanasya Rupantarena Sweta Patehe Vakyam. So now we have seen two Purushas till now. One is the Mahavishnu and second is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from whose lotus navel Brahma is coming. Tatacha Bharate Mokshadharme Narayaniye Garbhodake Shayanasya Rupantarena Swetadipa Patehe Vakyam. Swetadipa Pati is the another form of Garbhodaka, the person who is sleeping in the Garbhajal. Who is sleeping in the Garbhajal? That is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And his another form is Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So that's why, what is the difference between Vilasa and the Amsha? I said yesterday in last class. What is the difference between Vilasa and Amsha?
Can I tell Prabhu? Amsha is having the same form but different energies, and Vilasa is having different forms with same energy.
But Amsha is not necessary that Amsha should have the same form. But main point is in the case of Amsha, only from the Amshi only less number of energies are given to the Amsha. So, and next for the case of Vilasa, energies are same but form is different. That's why here what is said, Shayanasya Rupantarena. So Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is also another form of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So that's why it is known as Vilasa. You'll be seeing the Laghu Bhagavatamritam. So Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu as the Vilasa of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, like that you'll be seeing. And then that Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is the Vilasa of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And that Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is saying like this. What is that? Sweta Patehe Vakyam, Sweta Deepa Patehe Vakyam. Asmanmurtischaturdhiya sasrujacheshamavyayam sahi sankarshana proktaha pradyumnam sopyajijanat pradyumnadaniruddhoham sargo mama punah punah aniruddhat tata brahma tannabhikamalodbhavah Brahmanah sarvabhutani stavarani charani cha. So what is it? Asmin murtihi chaturdhi ya sasruja. पढ़िए.
Our fourth form manifested the imperishable Shesha, who indeed is called Sangarshana. He is turned manifested Pradyumna. From
Yes.
Pradyumna, I, Aniruddha, appeared, and I do so again and again. Brahma sprang from Aniruddha's lotus navel. From Brahma, all living beings, both mobile and immobile, took birth.
Who is speaking these words? Aham. That means who is speaking? Svetapati is speaking. Kshirodak Sai Vishnu is speaking. What he is speaking, that fourth yuha is what? Sankarshan. So that Sankarshan is only the Saha. So from him Pradyumna is coming. So Saha Pradyumnam Ajijanat. That means he gave birth to the Pradyumna. That means who is that? That is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Then Pradyumnad Aniruddha Aham. From the Pradyumna I came Aniruddha. Okay. Aham, that is Sargaha. That means I came. Punah from me also. And other. Aniruddha tata Brahma Tannabi Kamalodbhavat. Tannabi Kamalodbhavaha. From the Aniruddha, who came? Brahma came. But here what? Aniruddha is the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu then how the from the Anuruddha Brahma came? Then that's already Srila Jiva Goswami is saying. So here Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is speaking as the Rupantaram of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That's why. It's not Amsha, it's a Rupantaram. It's only both same energies are there with the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Form is different, that's all. That's a four-handed form. It is a multiple-handed form. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is a multiple-handed form. So that's why here Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is speaking without seeing any difference between himself with the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That's why he's saying Anuruddhat Brahma. So Tatra eva Vedavyasa. So now Vedavyasa is saying, what he's saying? Paramatmehi amprahu Sankhya Yoga Vido Janaha Mahapurusha Sangyam Sa Labate Svena Karmana Tasmat Prasutam Avyaktam Pradhanam Tadvidur Buddha Avyakta Mutpannam Loka Srishtyardhamishwarat Aniruddho hi Lokeshu Mahanatma iti Katyate Yosau Vyaktattvamapanno Nirmame Chapitamaham. बोलिए इसका translation.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes.
He who the learned scholars of Sankhya Yoga refers to as Paramatma is renowned by the appellation Mahapurusha by virtue of his own magnanimous deeds.
Yes.
From him, the unmanifest Avyakta, that means Prakriti, is brought forth, which is known as Pradhana by the wise. From the unmanifest Pradhana, the manifest Mahat and so on arises. Through the intentionality of Ishvara, Paramatma, for the purpose of evolving the cosmos. It is specifically Aniruddha who is addressed as the Supreme Self, Mahanatma, throughout the world, Lokeshu. He, Aniruddha, having become manifest, created the grand site, Brahma.
So
This is
it is also, yeah, same thing is said here. So the Sankhya Yoga Vidaha, the knowers of the Sankhya and Yoga, what they say? So first, Paramatmeti Yam Prahuhu. Who is that Paramatma? That is Karanarnava Sai Vishnu. So he is also known as Mahapurusha. That's a Mahavishnu or Mahapurusha. And because he is doing such a magnanimous activity, Svena Karmana. So Mahapurusha Sangyam Salabati, he is getting the notation of Mahapurusha because of his own magnanimous activities. And Tasmat Prasutam Avyaktam, from him. So what came? Avyakta came, avyaktam pradhanam tad viduhu buddha. That means Prakriti came when it is in the active mode, when it is in the working mode, that is known as pradhana. Prakriti is known as pradhana, just about to create the things, about to create the mahat. In active position, the Prakriti is pradhana, that is pradhana is manifesting after that from the avyakta. So then from that, so where 23 elements are coming, and those which are useful for the loka srishtyardham. So to create the various brahmandas, we need elements. Those 23 elements are coming from that pradhana. Then finally, aniruddho hi lokeshu mahanatma iti katyati yah asau vyaktatma panno nirmamecha pitamaho. And Aniruddha is also known as Mahanatma. And that is Paramatma, Mahanatma, because he is also doing the magnanimous activities. Because from his lotus novel, Pitamaha is coming, that is Brahmaji is coming. Okay, this is a Vedavyas is saying about, just Jiva Goswami is saying about these Purusha Avataras. In various other places, what is spoken is said. So Tadevam Sankarshan, what question?
This Chaturvyugas in spiritual world, what is their role? What they will do? First Chaturvyuga.
First Chaturvyuga is a Balaram, and after that from Balaram we will be getting the Mahasankarshan. So then after that you will be getting the Narayan. Then after that once again Sankarshan. And from that Sankarshan you will be getting this Mahavishnu. All those four in the spiritual world. Who are from Krishna, you will be getting the Balaram, and from the Balaram, Mahasankarshan, and from that Narayana, and from the Narayana, Sankarshan, and those are all spiritual world. And from that Sankarshan, who is this Mahavishnu is appearing. These are first four are the in the spiritual world. They have their own planets. Their planet, they enjoy what they do in the spiritual world. In the material world, they have the duties. Otherwise, spiritual world, only enjoyment. This is the purpose. Sankarshan is giving the, so Mahavishnu is coming from the Sankarshan, and he is doing he is creation. He is doing the creation. Mahavishnu is doing the creation. Other material world, they have these duties. That means maintaining this material world, the creating and maintaining and destroying. But otherwise, in the spiritual world, they will be always enjoying. So tadevam sankarshanasya vaibhavam uktva aniruddhasya api aha aniruddho hi iti. So here you will be seeing in the Vasudeva's words also Anuruddhas. Aniruddha means that is we are taking here Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Sometimes you see it is always interchangeable. Pradyumna and Aniruddha is interchangeable among the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and the Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. It's interchangeable. Sometimes Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is said as Aniruddha, sometimes he is said as Anu. Here you see in the top slokas we are seeing Anuruddha is the Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. In the down slokas we are seeing Anuruddha is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. It is interchangeable. So no strict conditions are there. And you have in the Shastra you'll be seeing always in interchangeable way. So that's why Aniruddho hi iti lokeshu pratyekam brahmandeshu mahan atma paramatma. Why we are calling Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is also Paramatma? Because this is the reason. First of all, sorry. So, first what we said in this, see, Mahabharat, the 10th sloka, if you see, Paramatma iti yam viduhu. Why we are calling the Karananosa Vishnu as the Paramatma? What is the reason we discussed? Tell me. Why we are calling Karananosa Vishnu as the Paramatma?
He is doing magnanimous.
In the previously I discussed this.
Oh. He is calling as Paramatma because he is doing magnanimous activities. That's why he is calling.
Why Mahavishnu is known as Paramatma? Tirumala, you asked this question, I answered. And you are not answering now. I said actually, you see, in the first Jagruhe Paurusha, Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam, there you will be seeing Shodasha Kala Madhav. So Loka Srikshaya. There he is Purna. Who is that Shodasha Kala? Who is that Shodasha Kala? That is the Mahavishnu. That is the Karananusaya Vishnu. He is Shodasha Kala means Purna means he is having all the energies with him which are useful to which is useful to create. That's why he is known as Paramatma, because Paramatma means Paramatma is Supreme Atma, because he is having the complete Shaktis with him which are needed to create. And that is said by the word Shodashakalam. And now why we are calling the Aniruddha, that is the Garbhodaksa Vishnu is Paramatma, that we have to see now. That's the point is said here. In this Mahabharata statement, what? Aniruddho hi lokeshu mahan atma iti katyate. He is also known as Mahan Atma. Aniruddha is also. Yah asau vyaktatvam apano nirmamecha pitamaham. Because he is the cause for the Virat and also he is the cause for the Pitamaha. That's Brahmaji. That's why. Mahan Atma means Paramatma. That is the reason why we call Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is also as Paramatma. Vyaktatvam Prakatyam Pradyumnaditi Sheshaha. So, yes. Sutena. So you see alternative way. Pradyumna means sometimes Anuruddha is used as Pradyumna, so don't worry about that. That Jiva Goswami also says in the Paramatma Sandarbha also, this is many times you'll be seeing interchangeably. And that is not a any difficulty point. Next, Sutena tu abheda vivakshaya pradyumnaha prutak na uktaha. Vishnu Strini Rupani itivat. But here Suta Goswami is not saying, you see, in the first canto, second, third chapter, what is the first loka? Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam. Then after that, Yasyam Bhasi he is saying. So from whose lotus novel Brahma is appearing? But he didn't say there is one more Purusha is there here. Why Suta Goswami didn't say in that Bhagavatam discussion? Because so he is his amsha only, so he didn't see any difference. So that's why Jiva Goswami says, Sutena tu abheda vivakshaya pradyumna prutak na viktaha. We didn't see any difference. Suta Goswami didn't see Karana, Mahavishnu and the Garbhodaksa Vishnu didn't see any difference. So that's why he said, without saying this, there is an appearance of, that means from that first Purusha, so second Purusha is coming out and entering into every Brahmanda, and he is lying on that water, and from his lotus now Brahma came. That between story, that he didn't mention actually. Without mentioning that, he's saying means he's not seeing the difference between those two Purushas. That's the point you should understand here. They are both are there, but he's not seeing difference. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Huh? So, but it is an amsha actually, not completely is going. Complete portion is not going. So that's why it's known as amsha. It's different. Yes, in every universe. According to the size of that universe, is expanding. In this way, yeah, amshas, they are all of the Karananusaya Vishnu. So Vishnostu Trini Rupani iti vat. Vishnostu Trini Rupani iti vat. So that's why we are hearing from the Vishnu's Trini Rupani. This is from the Vishnu Purana also and from the Mahabharata also. In somewhere it comes. So Sayam prakriya ditiyasya षष्ठे दृश्यते. In the इयं प्रक्रिया द्वितीयस्य षष्ठे दृश्यते. स एषा आद्यः पुरुषः 2639 इत्यादि पद्ये टीका. स एषा आद्यः भगवान् यः पुरुषावतारः सन् सृष्ट्यादिकं करोति. So 2639. What is that sloka? Two six. Sorry. स एषाद्यः पुरुषः कल्पे कल्पे सृजत्यज आत्मात्मन्यात्मानं संयच्छति च पाति च विशुद्धं केवलं ज्ञानं प्रत्यक् सम्यगवस्थितं सत्यं पूर्णमनाद्यन्तं निर्गुणं नित्यमद्वयम्. ऋषे विन्दन्ति मनयः प्रशान्तात्मेन्द्रियाशयाः यदा. ओके. सो सः एषः आद्यः पुरुषः कल्पे कल्पे सृजति. So this sloka is telling about whom? स एष आद्यः भगवान् यः पुरुष अवतारः सन् सृष्ट्यादिकं करोति. He is the this is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Okay. Ityesha. Next evam in the 2642. If you come down, so Adyovatara Purusha Parasya Kalas Swabhavah Sadasanmanascha Dravyam Vikaro Guna Indriyani Virat Swarat